A study of 18,000 dating app users has suggested that as we get older, the average age of our desired partner remains broadly the same. People in their 40s and 50s are most attracted to people at least a decade younger, this is according to the survey, and a quarter of 50-year-old men on the Field dating app are open to a romance with women aged 21. I bet they are. Do you think age gap relationships can work, or are there just too many differences for partners to be compatible? We'd love to know about this, especially if you've dated someone older or younger, or if you're still in a relationship with one of them. Let's start with you, Jim, on this.
Whose business is it other than the people involved? If you're in love, brilliant, go for it. I do wonder though, what do you talk about if you are really almost a generation apart from your partner? I mean, it does help to have things in common, doesn't it? I've been with my partner for 16 years now, and we are.
There you are, looking very happy.
Oh, that was a wedding last year. That was lovely. Can you believe we've never had a single argument in 16 years?
No, I can't.
I knew that would shock you.
That's ridiculous.
It's true, though, but we are on the same page with so much. We like the same TV shows. We like going to the same places on holiday. I think when you've got that gap, suddenly your life experiences are so different. I do wonder what you've got to talk about.
OK, let's bring Sam into this, because your mum and dad had a really big age gap.
They did. So to me, it's completely normal. So my dad was 18 years older than my mum. And I was brought up in this wonderful household where I had two different generations. I had a father who had fought in World War II. He'd been at the liberation of Paris, all those old, wonderful masculine family values, not toxic masculinity at all. And I had this wonderful mother who had been brought up in the 60s. So was, this free-spirited, luckily she's still with us. My mum Nessa's watching. Hi, Mum. So, I had this incredible kind of complexity of these two incredible individuals who happened to be 18 years apart, but who brought me so much richness in terms of their life experiences. And they were together for over 30 years.
Talk to me about the vibe between the two of them. Obviously, what he saw in her, what she saw in him, and how those two very different generations, as you say, gelled so beautifully.
Well, my mum is and, was a beautiful, clever, blonde woman who's drop-dead gorgeous, so I'm sure that would probably attracted my father. But actually what attracted him was that she had been standing up for two gay men, actually, in a hotel and giving plenty to someone who was being homophobic. And my father walked in and saw this feisty, fiery woman, goes down the generation to be clear, and thought, that's my girl. And so... That's how they met. She was defending someone.
I love your mum too.
Yes, I love your mum too. Gosh, how feisty, how attractive to see somebody so brave and spirited and everything else. So when people say, oh, how can it possibly work? They can't have anything in common and all of that. You beg to differ, I suppose.
Yeah, they had twice as much in common in a sense, because they shared kind of, the vision of a family and, how to be, and they were full of joy and energy and passion, and they loved lots of things in common. But they also brought all these new experiences. So as a child, I had a father that had fought in the World War and a mother who had had the swinging 60s and all that sexual liberation and the passion for life. So I felt I had two worlds of joy and wonder. Yeah, I felt very, very lucky to have had that.
I love the way they brought you up to be such a kind of enthusiast, because of course you could be sitting here and saying, my father was so old, he came from an old generation, I couldn't connect with him, I never felt... And you're not, you're saying the absolute opposite. You're saying it was a gift, really.
A total gift, and it means I can mix in lots of different age circles. So I have friends who are in their 70s and 80s, and I have friends who are in their 20s. So I feel it gave me the gift of being able to mix in different social groups and different age groups. So I am a huge fan and a product of age difference relationships. So love is love. You enjoy yourselves, guys.
What do you think, Shaun?
I think as long as you've got something in common, even though you've got that disparity in terms of the age gap, I think it can really work. I mean, you've got classic examples. Look at President Macron.
Well, is that a classic example?
Well, I mean...
Peculiar example. She was his teacher, did How is that a classic example of what?
Well, they've been together for a long time.
I know, but it's very strange, isn't it?
You've also got George Clooney. I mean...
I wish I had George Clooney. I don't know on the television say you've got George Clooney. I certainly have not.
I think it can work. As long as you've got that interest and that love and respect for each other in that relationship, I think it can work.
Is this the point where I say what I think about it? Because I quite fairly well documented in a relationship with somebody 10 years younger than me for 16 years, actually. And I mean, it was okay in parts, but certainly when I got to the menopause, I felt that this would be considered wildly old and ancient and antique and terribly unattractive. And I really ought to just caper about pretending it wasn't happening. So every time I had a hot flush, I tried to style it off. But if I just had some old husband the same age as me, I would have gone, oh my God, I'm so hot. Open the fridge, open the window, open the door. As it was, I was slinking about in a negligee, trying to appear attractive and as if the blinking menopause wasn't happening at all. And I did think at that point, no, have a partner the same age as you so that at least you can kind of be your real self instead of having to pretend to be frisky and youthful at all times. It was an absolute nightmare. A nightmare. Doesn't know what to make of it. I'm just telling the truth here.
Okay.
What can I tell you? Let's go to Cherry in Berkshire. Cherry, how about you? Cherry.
Yeah, hi everyone.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi.
Right. Well, I dated my husband. He was 28 years older than I was.
Wow.
And we had a fabulous relationship, and we stayed together until he passed away in 2014.
And tell me what you saw in him. So he's 28 years older than you. What did you think when you saw him? What was it about him that you liked?
Well, I liked the way he treated me and the way he cared for me,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I just started, it just started as friendship, and then all of a sudden it just started growing, and I was like, I like the way he takes care of me, and we just fell for each other. I think he fell for me the first night he saw me.
I'm falling for you, Cherry. You're wonderful.
And tell me something.
Oh, look at that.
Did it ever seem as
You
did it ever seem as if you were sort of the child in the relationship, that he knew everything and you
Not
knew nothing?
at all.
No.
No. We were quite equal. Yeah. As a matter of fact, as a teenager growing up, I was never in love with the boys my age group. I always liked this more senior person because I always wanted to have those educated chats, and I find that younger people, they don't hold that sort of level for me. So, having that person to chat with, it was really good. And we would go up the street driving. We would be chatting. We would be coming back. We would be chatting. And people would say, what are they talking about all the time? They go up, they're chatting. They come down. But we just had so much things to say to each other.
Wow. You must miss him very much indeed, Cherry. And we really appreciate hearing about that. Thank you so much. Elizabeth's on the line. Hi, Elizabeth. What do you think?
Hello, Vanessa and everybody else.
Hi.
My husband is 17 years younger than me.
Right.
We met in 2000 and we've been together for the last 25 years. We have an excellent relationship. We laugh every day and we're soulmates. I think that's what people mean when you're soulmates. And I think if you find a soulmate, never mind what the age is, whether it's higher or lower, just go for it because the relationship is just so easy. It makes life easy.
Well, that is the most romantic call, and it restores our faith in human nature and true love, and we love it.